you're headlining. This is
Stagecoach.
Yeah, this is the
huge,
big one. Yeah,
huge. Yeah, it's our Coachella. I know y'all work ridiculous and asking y'all to do something other than
I want to go to
Saturday.
that. Stagecoach would be awesome.
When
So
is
it's
it?
you. Who else?
It's going to be Luke Combs or Zach Bryan's. But Luke Combs is Friday night.
Yeah.
I headline Saturday night, and Zach Bryan headlines Sunday night.
Wow.
Zach Bryan.
It's going to be 75,000. It's going to be. I mean, it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's April. It's the
Coachella
California.
is the first week.
First
and
2
then-
weeks, and then the week after it is.
Yeah.
And then hold on, there's a fun little thing. T-Pain, Creed, and Backstreet Boys.
Oh,
I'll be there.
Fire.
Well, listen,
T-Pain is
don't
fire,
accidentally
dude.
look over Nelly doing 25 years
Oh,
of country
Nelly,
grandma.
dog.
Lana Del
hell
Rey.
yeah.
Sammy Hagar.
Sturgill.
Sammy Hagar's the man.
Oh,
Sturgill's going to be awesome.
Sturgill's my night.
Son, we were just talking about Nelly last weekend and how man, that first album, unfucking
This is the album he's celebrating.
Yeah,
Country Grandma.
Country Grandma,
He's doing all Country Grandma
Ride
stuff.
With Me. Those were just like, those took over the country.
Shabuzi's my night. Co Wetzel. Ashley.
that's gonna be
this
fire.
night is special.
I
Man.
was
It's gonna be
pulling
good.
up.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
Dolls.
man.
Yeah, dead ass. I'm gonna try to pull
Flatland
it.
Cavalry. This is
This
awesome.
is big.
What is this? What?
25th, 26th, 27th?
Of what?
April.
I'm in there.
I'm coming.
Cool.
I'm bringing the
We'll
wife.
just- it's gonna
Maybe.
be big.
How
Sold out.
crazy is it to have the baby out there?
It's great. Come on. We'll put the headphones on and people bring babies all the time. It's great. The weather was great when we were out there.
Also, the baby can stay. You're not like, it's not like a Woodstock type thing where you're like there the whole day. You can go back to the house and then come back for
It's
different.
so easy to come back. And also, especially on my night, I have the whole compound, so it's whatever. I'll give you your own. You'll have your own room. Don't worry about that. We'll take care of y'all.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be fun.
definitely
Don't worry.
going out
We'll roll out the red carpet. It'll be fun. Trust me,
that'll be cool.
This is a big deal for us. If you know one
This
thing
is
y'all know
huge.
about me is I'm like y'all. This is how we became friends.
Yeah.
Is that we treat every moment that is a moment like it's a moment.
Yeah.
So y'all know what the fuck I'm fixing to do.
Oh,
Saturday it should say JellyRoll and Friends because I got big
bringing
tricks
out all
up
the
my
stops.
sleeve.
Oh,
I got
wow.
big tricks up my sleeve. I'll talk about. on camera.
wow.
I've already
That's
got
fire.
one commitment. About this one commitment's the only one that comes through. It's going to be the most legendary thing that ever happened to Stagecoach.
Really?
And I got 2 more calls out for even crazier looks.
Wow.
And like seeing that like Saturday of Stagecoach, that's when everyone is there. It's like that's a Jay-Z Beyonce main stage equivalent with what
I
they
was just
did.
going to say you should bring up.
Yeah,
Beyonce.
that's
That was
the
fire.
weekend at Coachella.
Yeah.
It's that same audience, not the Weeknd's obviously the biggest artist ever.
And Andrew just thinking what drugs he's going to be doing that night. Just
No,
country.
I haven't been into the drugs. Though the
Fatherhood, that's the drug.
Fatherhood. I haven't smoked a cigarette or anything since the baby, and I haven't touched drugs since the baby.
Wow.
And not really even had any interest in doing it. It's kind of weird.
What's that?
But I will say this: Burning Man is calling me a little bit.
I was talking to my the guy who does like PT and training stuff. Shout out to he's fucking unbelievable. You guys should definitely get in touch with him if you can. He's incredible, truly incredible. Like saved my shoulder. My shoulder. I was getting cortisone. What are they called? Cortisone. Cortisone or cortisol.
It's a cortisone, yeah.
Cortisone shots. A doctor was literally like, "Yeah, this is just what your shoulder's going to be like." A doctor, and then him and another one. They basically just like saved my shoulder. Like truly remarkable. Makes me truly believe in PT. Anyway. Oh, fuck, I can't. Now we got to bleep his name because I want to tell you the other thing. But he's like a chemist with everything in his life in terms of what he puts in his body, outside like with food, etc. And then just today he was breaking down his like how he does the night, how he ramps up the night. And he's like, he tests his own drugs.
Wow.
He creates his own pills out of it.
Wow.
Like
he's dosing himself. He's down to the microscience.
Like he's got it down to a science what he needs to have his perfect
cortisone, right?
Cortisone. So the second he told me that shit, I was like, I think I need to get high again. I didn't know you could do it like a science. You know, that seems safe.
Listen, man.
It's learning, really, when you get down to it.
Yeah.
I've been a parent a little bit for a little while now, and I can tell you one of the most pieces of parenting advice I can give my 2 young fathers here, especially for you and your wife, which I've met both of your wives, and I think they're both sweet people. It's important for y'all to find time to not be parents. And I know you're early in the process, so that sounds unreal.
No, you're
at this
right.
moment. But it is important that y'all go to Burning Man and completely fucking lose your mind and forget your kids home. That is the only thing that will make that balancing act work. Because a little night out with some wine or a weekend away at a hotel, a staycation, or that's not enough. You need every now and then to go out and be like, we're fucking college kids again. We're fucking gonna get naked and swing from chandeliers. We're gonna get kicked out of the fucking hotel detail. Like, it's important every now and then. All parents out there listening, trust the fat man with this one, y'all. I swear. It is a backbone of something me and Bunny have stood by. It's like, it is important to every now and then. Because even you'll go out and do stuff, and we're parents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Every now and then, I just don't need to be one.
You know, it's funny. It's like you spend so much more time with your wife or your partner or whatever once you have a kid. But it is fundamentally nothing like the time that you've spent in the past. So before, any time you get together, right, as a dude, you're obviously calculating it. You're like, okay, we got tons of time this week. This is awesome. We didn't get time next week. But when you're with the baby, you think you're getting that same experience, but you're not filling each other up in the same way. You're getting filled up by that baby. That baby is euphoria, right? But there is another component, which is filling each other up. And whether, I don't know if it's, you got to go crazy every single time, but literally just making sure you go out to dinner. Like, that's something that my wife and I get a half hour going to get coffee. Like, having 30 minutes where we can talk to one another. Maybe there's some shit we got to work out. Maybe there's a disagreement we got, and there's just, well, we don't want to argue in front of the baby.
Around the baby.
Exactly. Like,
that's real.
Creating those times, and at first you almost feel selfish. You're like, why am I trying to create time with me and my wife when we have a baby? Like, we should be spending every single second with the baby. But you realize that maybe that's the most important thing for that baby. Like, if things are great between us, everything's good. And if they're not good between us, they are in a really difficult situation. It's something nobody will prepare you for. Nobody talks about it. Like, nobody tells you right before you have a kid, by the way, your relationship is going to completely change the dynamic, how you guys spend time, and you need to be ready for that change and do everything that you need to make sure that you're both getting what you need from each other within that change.
It's a whole extra prioritization too, because you're like, initially it's like, I'm just, I'm already juggling work and these other ideas I have and ambitions and dreams and hobbies with my wife. Now I'm juggling, and then it's easy to lump them together. Oh, it's my wife and kid. And I had to learn fast, like, it's not.
It ain't that.
That is one thing, but me and my wife are a separate thing, and this is where it gets deeper when they get older. And me and my kid are a separate thing too. Because then you'll fall guilty sometimes. Be like, oh, I've got it great. I got the wife and kid, and then I got the wife. It's like, well, no, you still got to go sit down and be just a dad.
She needs just you.
Yeah, like you still got to go put in that
just her time.
You need that just her time. It's important for growth. And me, like, sneaking away, getting them dinners, going on those things, they're important. Equally important. Once a year, go blow it out. Be fucking irresponsible. It's important. I stand by it, dude. It's been such an important thing for me and Buddy.
There's that thing on Instagram that, like, every male friend group has been forwarding to one another, and none of us have been forwarding to our wives. But it was like, study says that men need 2 nights out a week with the boys. Have you guys seen that pop up on your Instagram at all?
No, what the fuck is my algorithm doing?
The girl's in control of it. But like, it is, I don't know what the exact number is. Like, obviously, we're very lucky we get to come here and, like, shoot the shit and just have a lot of fun. But that is an important thing to communicate as well. Like, that's a really hard thing to say to the person you love more than anything in the world is, hey, I need to not be with you tonight.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think my wife was like, I just love spending time with you. And I was like, I also love spending time with me. So I need to do that right now. I need about an hour with me. What you're feeling is what I'm feeling. I need that right now.
Bunny quit drinking many years ago, and everything I gave up, I'll still go out and tie one on every now and then. And I've cut it back immensely, but that's what Bunny does understand, is that when I do have that
let it
rager
go
in me, Bunny is, I love her for this, because my wife stands, she'll call it early. She'll be like, you might just need to find a night to go out. Like, she'll start kind of pushing me, like, when have you done something? You know, go do something. So, like, even like the other night when we're sitting around, it's my first night off in probably 17, 18 days. And she was like, you should go rest. I was like, Schultz is at the comedy club. I get to catch him at the Cellar. And while we're here, I don't want to bookmark it. I want you to let me get through this. When I seen you at the Life Tour, I can tell you beyond the shadow of a doubt, it's going to be one of the greatest hours of stand-up we're ever going to witness.
Oh, God bless.
It is his best hour. I said
Thank you, bro.
No. It's not about being your best hour.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is going to be one of the best hours ever. And I had a moment when you were at the Cellar, because this is why I wanted to come see you too. I had a moment at the Cellar where I was like, I seen it at Nashville Comedy Fest in April.
Yeah.
The way y'all's business work is different than mine. It's only gotten better.
Oh, thank you, man.
It couldn't have gotten worse. The way y'all's business is, you've only found, I seen you working out little shit. I'm like, oh, he's still picking this thing fucking apart.
Trying to.
And I've seen it fucking, you know what I mean? You can use this part or not if you don't want to. Even down to the name caught me off guard. Like I had flash shots of when you announce the Life tour and it's this silhouette of you. I have these flash shots of you in this 1964 Impala doing, at your first big LA theater show, right? I'm looking at like these Schultz moments and I'm like, oh, I bet this is going to, I remember the plane Schultz and like, I just remember these eras of like, I wonder what this is going to be. So I went in expecting more of that. And was like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, this dude's this is brilliant.
That's
You're
why
gonna
when I
show
say
so many people so much more than motherfuckers know they know you're him, but they still underestimate you. And that's
thank
over.
you, man.
That's why I say it's his best hour. Given everything he's done for this to still be his best hour, I don't say that lightly.
They're gonna goat head you on this one, dog.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Fucking special. So, anyways, I tell my wife, I'm like, yo, Schultz is at the cellar.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, fucking go. She immediately was like, because she knows I need that.
Yeah.
She's like, she knows how much I need to like. She knows how much y'all fill me up and how much I love comedy. And she's like, just go be somewhere where you fucking aren't you.
That's a lot of confidence for her to say that too. Like for her not to see that as a sense of rejection, like you don't want to be with her.
Yeah.
And that takes time also. Like that's maturity. It's very easy, I think, to get caught up, men and women, we can get caught up in this feeling of like, oh, if my partner doesn't want to be with me, does that mean they don't like me?
Right.
Am I not as fun as that other thing?
Do they want to be with someone else?
Yeah, exactly.
There's something else cooking. You're right.
Yeah. And we both do it. And then instead of saying, hey, I'm hurt, we get upset at them or try to catch them in things because it's way easier to be like, you're wrong than say, I feel insecure. Yeah. So I like commend her for that. That's a very mature position.
I'm telling you. And I was going to go hang out with her. And she was like, no, go, man. Bunny's that's just where she's at. She's always encouraged, but she knows my heart too. She knows like, this dude's been fucking, like, because when I get in them situations, I don't have to be the dude. I just get to be with the dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so she knows how much I need that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you get to relax a little bit. That's interesting. I didn't think about it like that. Like everybody, when you're on tour and you're doing you're doing all these different things. Everything is around your orbit.
Right.
And then when you go hang out with some other guys that it's not related to your show or anything you're doing in your life.
And we're genuinely just friends.
Yeah, everybody's just hanging. There's no longer this pressure, this expectation, everybody waiting to see if it's time for you to go. Yeah.
And then my connection always with y'all too is that watching that we were all in clubs together and have built this thing in like a parallel path. So it's like now we're just sitting being homies. We're dudes, and now we're giving inside trader secrets, right? Now it's like, yo, what's this? What's that? What's the deal on this? What's the deal on that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you getting with Kels that night was special for me because I had multiple conversations with him where I was like, I have so many people that if they knew you were this charming would feel so differently about you. I was like, could you just humor me and just go show people this? And he was like, and I love him so much because he was so open to it. And it was so innocent because he was like, how? And I was like, Bubba, man, because, he had come up such a rock star way. It had been semi-traditional media.
Yeah.
So he had never
there wasn't a lot of opportunity to show personality. Like you're only seeing art and you're only seeing pictures.
For sure.
And then you spoke about that, about even like through podcasting. Like podcasting, you really get a sense of like who somebody is.
You can't come in here and fake it for 2.5
2 hours is a long time.
Boys on Flagrant. I tell my people in Nashville that all the time.
Yeah.
You can't go sit on Joe Rogan for 2.5 hours and Joe not get you to tell people who the fuck you are.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
come
happen.
out.
It's just inevitable. You can't shoot where if I go do a 12-minute clip for this particular show
in America or whatever.
It's pretty easy to kind of, okay, we don't really got to really dig up into the weeds here. And a lot of artists avoid this because they know that it can only do us wrong. We can only this is only risky for
There's going to be shit stories that come up.
Yeah, there's going to be shit stories. There's going to be fucking funny headlines. You know what I mean?
But if you are a magnetic personality, then it's a great platform.
It's a great platform. That's what I tell them, like, yo, pub, just like, go. I was like, and go somewhere you like. Go somewhere you're interested in because you dig what they do or somewhere you feel safe.
Yeah.
And then immediately he's like, you're friends with Flagrant.
Yeah.
I was like, those are my boys.
Yeah.
And he was like, I got to get with them. I was like, I'm going to tell you how that works.
Yeah.
You're going to have to meet them because they're dudes.
I need him to tell
what I'm saying?
I need him to tell that Leo story. I'm not going to say anything else, but he told the story that, man.
Listen, man, that dude's got the best stories. We got to get him on his couch, man.